sometimes when a celebrity plays a character who's like not financially well off, I don't believe it.
Yes. Yes.
Or the classic, like, I'm just an unpopular nerd. And it's like, you are a statuesque being from the heavens and they just put glasses on you.
Yeah.
It's even worse when it's specifically like the character they're playing is like a struggling actor. And I'm like, but you look like that and you're this person. I can't.
You've been cast in this movie. Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Nostalgia Club. This is a podcast where three sound designers talk about media that they are nostalgic for. Books, movies, not podcasts yet.
Oh, boy.
It will happen one day. Though today, we're doing none of that. You got punked, kid. Today, we are doing a Q&A. Victoria put out a question on social media.
Yeah, on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Nostalgical Podcast. At Nostalgical Podcast. Follow us at Nostalgical Podcast. On
Thank you,
Instagram.
Asking if you had any questions for us about anything. My name is Michael. I'm on this podcast along with
Victoria.
And Jino.
And we are going to answer these questions that you submitted.
Thank you to everyone who submitted. We got a lot of really great questions that I'm super excited for us to answer.
And a few really bad ones. No, I'm kidding.
And we'll call them out by name.
Yeah, we'll try to answer as many as possible.
IP address. 116.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of these in advance. Gino, I don't think you have. Victoria's been collating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Victoria sent us 2 specifically that we could ruminate on.
Yeah.
The rest will be a surprise.
Hooray.
I'm really excited.
I've sorted the questions into general categories. Because at first I was like, should I just go off the cuff? Like we just bounce around different topics. But for the sake of slight organization for this episode,
Like,
the first...
What's your favorite IQ character? How do you think you'll die? No. Oh.
Well, these are related. Here we go.
And if you, as you're listening to this episode, think of questions you want to ask us for the next Q&A episode, because there was such a strong interest in this, I definitely think we can do more, then leave a comment in this episode or message us on Instagram or send us an email at nostalgiclubpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll add it to the list for the next one.
Yeah.
Someone's just going to email us, like, all the questions on the Myers-Briggs personality.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so the first section is just general sort of logistical questions about the podcast that people are curious about. So I felt like that would be a good place to start. So the first question comes from Mikarin-san14. How did you start this podcast? How did you come together? And who came up with the idea?
Oh, boy.
Well, it all started on the plains of World War I in France.
Oh.
We're really old.
No, of course not. We all met in the trenches.
Well, so we all worked for Wayland Productions, which is a podcast company, and then we would gather around literally the water cooler.
Yeah.
And just kind of chat about media. And at a certain point, I think one of us possibly jokingly said, "Oh, this should be a podcast."
You know, everyone is always like, this conversation should be a podcast.
Well, we had kind of mulled over, since at the time we were all like, we were all in this office, all working on stuff. And I think we had mulled over a handful of times, like, should we just make it fun? Like, we could. What would it be about?
Yeah.
I don't know. But enough separate conversations had been related to, like, you remember this? You ever watch this?
Yeah. And we did put a lot of thought into the name and format. A lot of thought, which has much since been tossed away or ignored. But at the time, we were like, this needs to be rock solid.
Well, I think just the general idea was everyone thinks making a podcast is easy, but I think we wanted to approach it with like an actual sort of plan. We didn't just want to like talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's not really interesting.
We work in podcasts.
Yeah.
And so we've seen a lot of podcasts not do very well.
Yeah. And we didn't go into it like hoping that we're going to like make like $1 million and like have like millions of listeners.
Yeah, this is
But-
fun.
we weren't planning for like how do we optimize accessibility, virality.
Yeah.
This has to be. It was more about procedure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to do something creative, separate from work, that was something that we were all interested in.
This show is objectively bad for SEO. Like this is not a very searchable show,
Yeah.
but it is fun,
Yeah.
and we like doing it,
Yeah.
and that's how we got started.
Yeah, so it was like kind of all of our ideas, and then we just
And then we
decided
went
to
to
do it.
World War I, friend.
Wow, we're really old.
Yeah, and then, well, the funny thing is, and I think we've referenced this before, is that when we first came up with the idea for the podcast, we were making our first season lineup. And then we were kind of like, oh, well, we might run out of ideas by like season 3. And here we are at season 6.
We got a lot.
yeah.
Still.
And we still have so many ideas.
It was hard to come up with ideas at first.
Yeah.
That's true, because our initial conceit of the podcast was one of us hasn't read or watched it.
Yeah.
And so then that did limit us a bit. And then once we just decided, it's fine if we've all watched it or whatever.
Yeah. We have legitimately disposed of a lot of restrictions and structure around the podcast.
But then we've also gained structure in other areas.
Yeah.
Like, I think we've like figured out what's the right balance between summarizing and analyze. Oh, well, depends on the episode. There's still some episodes where I'm like, we did a lot of plot summary, guys. But it's
Mostly
fine.
refined.
The Naruto episode is still the bane of my existence.
That was season 1,
That
it's
is
okay.
entirely my fault. I'm gonna
It's
carry
okay.
that to my grave.
No, it's fine.
I had fun.
That's gonna be my like tomb curse when someone breaks it open to steal all my grave goods. They're gonna find like the Naruto episode on a thumb drive and be like, "Oh no, a suboptimal podcast."
To be fair, we did. Like, that was also back when we didn't have the idea to do multiple episodes about a property. And so we did approach every episode with the idea that, like, this is the only time we're going to talk about it. And so we got to, like, include all
Everything,
the details.
yeah.
Like, for example, we talk about our first Gregor the Overlander episode, where we read Gregor the Overlander, just book 1, and then talked about the entire rest of the series. And then when we did a follow-up, it was kind of funny to be like, well,
I said
we
all of that
accidentally
wrong.
Yeah. We did talk about a lot of this, but also we did it wrong, so I guess it's good
Yeah.
that we're doing a follow-up. But I feel like potentially if we had approached the Naruto episode with the idea that maybe we'd do like a couple episodes, then maybe I would just say, let's just focus on this arc or
I
whatever.
don't know, guys. There's only so much Naruto I can watch.
But I do think also Naruto is one of those series where it's just talking about the impact of Naruto, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Guys, should we do One Piece?
no.
Oh my gosh.
Are you guys nostalgic? I actually have never watched One Piece.
No, me neither.
Not really. I think I can remember one trip my family took. We're on the west coast of the continental United States, and I have family on the East Coast. So I remember being in a relative's duplex watching on TV One Piece, which I had never seen before, but it was an animated show while the adults were talking, and being like really caught up in it. It was the Arlong Park arc, which I learned about later, given that now there's like more buzz around One Piece.
None of these words mean anything to me.
Yeah, well, maybe a listener understands.
I have heard the live action series is really good. So I've considered checking that out because it feels more approachable to just watch 2 seasons of the show versus if you get into the anime, you gotta watch a lot of anime.
Yeah.
So I might check it out at some point.
What was this in reference to?
Because you talked about the Naruto episode,
Oh, right.
and then we got on to One Piece.
Wait, but what question were we?
The question was, how did you start this podcast?
Okay, wait, hold on. There is a danger here.
Yeah.
I've worked on some Q&A episodes for other shows. They're like, we're going to answer all your questions, and they get to 3 questions.
Yeah.
So we got to be efficient.
We gotta be efficient.
Gotta
Okay,
move
okay,
on.
okay.
Okay.
Next question. By the way, I'm so sorry if I pronounce your username incorrectly, but
I'm
this
not.
next one I'm pretty confident about. This question is from Bean Smithereen, which
Oh,
is a
that's
great
awesome.
username. Does it become difficult juggling your day jobs while making this podcast? We've got this question. Actually, someone emailed us and asked us a similar question, which was, how do you read so much while working full-time jobs?
That is, it comes down to the wire sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a challenge. Like for this season, we met at a cafe and we scheduled out the entire season, like week by week, and planned out everything. And then almost immediately we had to change it.
Yeah.
So
It feels like every season we all just get busier. And so each new season has different challenges for scheduling and reading and watching stuff.
it's about trying to judge how long will this take to consume, break it up. You know, if I read a chapter 2 every day, we'll get this done. Or if I like audiobooking is great.
Yeah.
For driving to and from, doing chores, whatever. That's really helpful.
Yeah, I think we also try to schedule our recording so that we're never having to read like a super long book and also watch 25 episodes of a show.
Yeah.
We try to balance out the heavier lifts with something not as time consuming so that we don't all get burnt out trying to read and watch stuff.
No, this is where like the fact that we're doing, I think, more movies now really helps.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you pair a long book with a movie and it's like, okay, well, since a lot of these movies are animated ones, it's like an hour and a half time commitment compared
Yeah.
with.
But I think definitely, because like last season, we definitely did a lot more movies. And then I was starting to feel like, ooh, I do kind of want to do more books. So this season, I think I tried to have a little bit more of a balance. But
Yeah.
again, depending on the schedules and whatnot.
We also backlog a lot of stuff. So we're recording this like far in advance of when we'll release it, which isn't ideal for engagement, but it's the only way we can keep up with our own schedules.
Yeah. For me, it's important that like this show keeps being fun for us to do.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't ever want it to become like, oh God, we got to put out an episode. Or like, oh God, I got to read this thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because that to me takes away like the core of what this show is about.
Yeah.
I would rather we take a longer break between seasons than try to like maintain a breakneck pace of episode release.
And I do also want to shout out Victoria. I'm pointing at her now. I'm pointing at you, Victoria, who at this current moment does the majority of the work on the podcast.
Yeah.
Currently, Victoria and I are sort of splitting up the edit, but Victoria edits more episodes. Victoria also does all like the thumbnails and like manages the podcast and like manages the email and all the social media. Like she does most of it.
Newsletter.
Yeah, organizing that.
Yeah, Victoria writes a section about her thoughts on a thing. Jino and I do the same thing, but Victoria also writes all of the other structural aspects of it.
It's just fun for me to do. Oh, here's the thing. Like, here's the funny thing is I'm sitting here being like, I have so much work to do. And then I'm sitting there doing the work. And I'm like, what if we did another thing? Because I just got the idea for the newsletter one day. And I was like, that would actually be really fun. And then I went to Jino and Michael and I was like, hey, do you guys want to do a newsletter?
It's kind of funny because Victoria will come up with things like that and be like, is it okay if we do something? I'll take care of it. And it's like, oh, sure.
I don't know. I just get these ideas sometimes and I need an outlet for them.
I think they're great
and
ideas.
that's this
Yeah.
podcast.
It's fun.
It is.
Thank
and
you,
it's
Victoria.
just so fun getting to engage with the listeners. It does get difficult. Like,
Yeah.
to be fully honest, sometimes it's hard to be like, okay, I have a lot of work due that I have to do, but I also have to figure out a way to get Nostalgia Club out. But then sometimes if like life happens, then we'll just say, we'll take a break from this week. No one's going to die if we
Yeah,
don't put
it's
out
not
a
the end of the world.
podcast episode. It's fine.
Sometimes it's just like, okay, this week, this Saturday, I'm going to do Nostalgia Club stuff.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Yeah.
Okay. Random Human 404 said, ever thought of making an episode about nostalgic stuff that's not a film/TV series? Another person, Luke Amberley, asked, would you consider doing Nostalgia Club graphic novels or old video games?
Yes, we've talked about it. It's hard to do because it's hard to ask two of your friends, all right, let's sit down and play all of Pokemon Red. Graphic novels easier. We just finished recording a Haikyuu episode where we read manga.
Yeah, I really love graphic novels, and I've been getting back into graphic novels.
We did
Like,
Amulet.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
Amulet. So I would love to do more graphic novels. I think it's just harder because there's not a lot of graphic novels I'm actually like super nostalgic for, weirdly.
Y'all
I actually
ever-
read more graphic novels when I was older.
Y'all ever read Bone?
That one was always on my list, but I
Yeah.
never got around to it.
When I was a kid, everyone loved Bone.
I
But I just
read
never
a
got into
lot
it.
of Bone.
We could do Bone.
We can add it to the list.
Yeah.
And that'll be a graphic novel. A lot of people know about it. I watched a documentary on it.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Bone!
y'all ever read, this is just comics, Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved Calvin and
That's
Hobbes.
classic.
The Sunday paper always had full color comics, And that was like the highlight of my week as a kid. This was like back when like my parents still got physical newspapers.
Yeah.
So they had comics in every day of the week, which I would also read. But specifically Sunday, I would grab that as soon as possible because I knew that the full color pages were there for me and I was super pumped about it. So I read a lot of Calvin and Hobbes. Garfield. I read a lot of Garfield that way.
A lot of substance in Garfield. For me, it was Foxtrot. I have a lot of Foxtrot. Also, weirdly, a lot of Baby Blues. Big fan of Baby Blues.
I think I've heard of that one.
It's literally just like, here's comics about being a parent, but it has chronology, so like the kids grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I think because, I was a baby. Baby Blues was coming out. My parents were like, this is relevant. We'll buy a bunch of books about this. And then I was growing up and I'd find these comic books that are about having a kid. And I was like, was I like that? I don't know. we should do a newspaper comic episode, I think.
Remember newspapers?
I think it's like just tough because for me, I'm super nostalgic about certain comics, but not like specific arcs or anything. It's just sort of like the vibe of the comic almost. Some of these comics I don't even remember the name of, so I would have to really go and like find it.
Yeah.
We could potentially do it sort of like the picture book episode we did, where we each bring a comic strip series that we liked, and then we could talk about it or sort of share, show and tell a bit. So I think that'd be fun.
Now we're having a production meeting.
For video games, though, it is tough,
No, sorry. I was just thinking like, all right, everyone, I need you all to buy GTA 6, $80. I'm not nostalgic for GTA. I never played GTA.
Also, that game's not out yet.
Yeah.
Something we have to consider also when we're picking an episode topic, or at least something that I consider when I'm like voting on something, I guess, is like sometimes it's fun to talk about the story and the characters, but sometimes there's not much to talk about like substance-wise, but there are themes that I can talk about that relate to my childhood. And then it's an episode about telling stories from our childhoods or talking about like general broader themes of nostalgia.
In a way, we covered that when we did Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The general idea is like all forms of media are kind of fair game. It's just that we haven't yet decided to do one of those for a specific reason.
Yeah.
And it is just true that books, movies, and TV shows are just generally easier for us to do in this format. Okay, final question of this section is from Ticker Tape Parade.
Nice.
Would you guys ever consider choosing shows/films based on listener polls?
Oh.
Yeah. Something about a pole.
As opposed to a pillar.
Michael.
Or a rod.
Michael! That was good.
No, it wasn't.
There's something about when you are creating content and you release, like, here are some options that we might do, listeners or like consumers, vote on them. And then it sort of creates this weird dynamic of like, oh, the one that wins, we get. The other two are banished into the void and we'll never get them. And then people get mad because they're like, we'll never get it. But I think our audience is small enough and discerning enough that could be fun.
I think it's definitely an option for at least like a couple episodes in a season if we like set it to a poll. I think it's just, we have gotten a lot of great requests and suggestions over the years. So I think we could definitely, if we're like in between something and we really can't decide, then we could like set it to a poll.
We definitely have a backlog of suggestions that we're trying to get through.
Yeah.
I think at least some episodes, you could be like, okay, some episodes will be like poll-based. And you don't have to banish to the netherworld, like the options that lose
it'll
out.
still be like, we'll still probably cover it at some point.
You just like replace the winner with a new slot.
Yeah.
And then see which wins the next poll.
I do think, at least like from my perspective, I do think it would be interesting to use as like a gauge for like what people are interested in hearing more about.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, are people annoyed that we're still doing Haikyuu episodes? No, I'm kidding, because there's actually a question about that. So, no, but we want to definitely strike a balance between like making sure that we're doing stuff that we're excited to talk about. Not that like we're not excited to talk about a lot of things that have been requested. It's just that like sometimes, like I've had requests for this show that I've put on the back burner because I'm excited to talk about it, but like not quite yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's not that I'm not excited to talk about it. It's just I'm like, oh, it doesn't fit with this particular season, or it doesn't feel like I have anything new to say about it right now. So let's just hold off on it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel about some of the other things that we've had requested. But I do like this idea of maybe a couple episodes per season being sort of like listener choice. Okay, the next section is media-related questions.
Mm-hmm.
So still like sort of like our personal opinions about stuff, but like more centered around specific media. So the first question is from Katrina LaRoe. Craziest hot take about media or just life in general?
I have some of these. So this is one of the ones that Victoria sent us ahead of time. And I
because I don't know about you guys. I definitely can't think of hot takes off the cuff.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person.
Here's the thing. Like, what is a hot take? Is it a take that is controversial? Because a lot of my takes I feel like are very normal, but maybe that's because I live in my bubble and they're actually very controversial to most people.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how hot a hot take is. I can only guess.
Yeah.
But I think there should be fewer celebrities in movies.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now you've all agreed with me, and this is not a hot take.
Well, what am I going to be like? How dare you, sir?
Okay.
I think, so for this one, I won't go down the rabbit hole too much on this, but then for this one specifically, I do think like back when we were growing up, celebrities in movies like didn't feel like such a big thing because it was just like...
Well, you're a kid.
That's true. You're right.
They're all...
You see your parents go, oh, that's Gregory Schmamerson. And you're like, who the... No, that's...
That's true.
No,
I didn't even
that's
think about it that way.
Captain Schmorg.
Right.
I
There
don't
have
know.
always been celebrities in movies. And oftentimes, hopefully, a famous actor becomes that because they're very good at acting. And so get cast a lot in movies.
But there were still more like newer talents that got cast in things.
Well, there's always going to be new talent.
But I
think
feel like
it's
there's less nowadays.
Ultimately, what is it? It's like an emergent property of the fact that people see some. It's like, even in the early movie era, you'd have the same like actors or actresses cast in the same movies, and then they took on a certain cult celebrity status because everyone saw them and recognized them, and we're like, oh, even when movies were like 2-bit, penny shows. So I still agree with you. It'd be nice to see like, oh, let's make a distinct effort to mix it up. Probably won't happen just because there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah.
But
my sort of offshoot of this hot take is sometimes when a celebrity plays a character who's like not financially well off, I don't believe it.
Yes. Yes.
or the classic like, I'm just an unpopular nerd, and it's like, you are a statuesque being from the heavens, and they just put glasses on you.
Yeah.
It's even worse when it's specifically like the character they're playing is like a struggling actor. And I'm like, but you look like that and you're this person. I can't.
You've been cast in this movie. You're fine.
Yeah.
I think that there should be more fruit in savory dishes. Pineapple on pizza? That's a big one.
I
think
like
that's
that.
great.
I think that's great.
But
We
hey-
are all pineapple on pizza people. That's actually impressive. Statistically.
You know what? I honestly think it's a conspiracy, this notion that pineapple on pizza is like, ugh.
That's your hot take.
My hot take is that everyone actually likes pineapple on pizza.
Okay, but ready? Here, banana on pizza.
You've lost me
Think
there.
about it. Think about it. What is a banana but a squishier plantain? Plantain, which is often served in savory dishes.
That's true. I think because it's just like, it's
the
squishier
texture for
than...
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that texture's a little different.
But you're putting it through an oven, right? It's getting roasted. Have you ever had caramelized banana?
Ooh.
I
But then-
haven't.
We
Maybe
put
that would change
pears
my...
on pizza. What's so strange about bananas?
Maybe...
The Swedish are right.
Okay, but only if we do the entire banana sitting intact on the top of the pizza.
What are you doing here, Michael?
I'm just...
Why are you trying to sabotage my campaign?
No, it's not that I have a distinct intent to sabotage your campaign. It's just I had a thought that's absurd, and therefore I must say it.
I think that the sweet tartness of fruit can elevate a savory dish.
Yeah.
And I think that the fear we have of putting sweet and savory things together is wrong and racist.
No, you're right. I'd like to see more
I do like
sweet and
some
savory.
sweet and savory combinations.
Well, after all, think of all the sweet things that just have like salt added to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, literally yesterday I had a teriyaki bowl with pineapple.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's right.
Pineapple goes
Yeah.
good on savory things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think it helps because pineapple is also a bit tart.
Mm.
I think you do have to
The
consider...
flavor profile of a banana, I'll try it.
Listen,
I'll try it once.
a banana is sweet and kind of like soft, right? But when you like crisp it up, then you get a little bit of
I've
caramel,
never had
right?
a crispy banana, so I can't
Yeah,
really
I guess
relate.
if we had that,
I guess
perhaps
we gotta
would-
go get
Have you guys
pizza
ever
after this.
like fried bananas in a pan with butter?
No.
It's really good. You guys should try it.
fried
Put a
bananas in a
little
pan
brown
with
sugar
butter.
on that.
Mm.
Wow, that sounds great.
That does sound really appealing. Okay, I'll try it.
It's pretty good. I don't have a lot of hot takes.
Okay, I'll start with a life hot take.
Okay.
Too many video essays.
Yeah.
Too many video essays. If I see a video essay that's like how the animated series Rocko's Modern Life defined a generation, and it's like an hour long, I'm jumping out a window. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, if you're making video essays and you find it enjoyable and or you're making a living, that's great. But my hot take on media is it feels like there's so many more video essays now, and I feel like so many of them are like just like about consumption of content to a certain extent, and I'm just like so tired.
I mean, you
just
could
so
say that
tired.
about podcasts too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Too many podcasts.
Too many podcasts.
Too many podcasts.
It's just like at a certain point, it's like, what are you adding to the conversation?
Well, that's it. I
Yeah.
think like there's been memes of it made where it's like the different video essay techniques of like, what's this video essay about? SpongeBob? Oh, okay. And it's like snapshot sound effect in 1937. And it's like, oh my gosh. Not everything is like, it's all the aesthetics of incredible meaning. And it's like, I don't know if this is really worth all of the hullabaloo.
You ever click play on a video essay and you get a couple minutes in, you're like, oh, this was your college paper.
Yeah.
And now it's a video essay.
No, it feels like this is how everyone who was like an honors like English student or an English major is now leveraging their career into something that can maybe pay the bills, which, go off. My next hot take. I think that there are more and more shows like geared towards adults in animation or otherwise that have a lot more leeway in terms of how much like graphic content that they can do, especially gore. And I think that they kind of like get in the way of their own storytelling.
I agree with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of how many
it's like
ways.
just because you can make something violent doesn't mean it has to be.
Yeah. At a certain point, I'm like looking at them chop up human beings like they're just made of like ground beef. And it's like, how many ways can we slice and dice the human body or mash it into a paste? And I'm like, wasn't this scene about like a touching connection between two characters? And I've just watched someone get like bisected from top to bottom? Goodness me. I'm
Yeah.
a little frightened. I'm whiplashed.
Mhm.
And my last hot take is just give me good characters. Just get like,
No, Michael, I won't.
there's a lot of, I don't know. I'm a bit of a hypocrite. I'm a lot of a hypocrite when I say this because in our recap, I talked about reading a book that's like got a lot of world building in terms of its like science fictional setting and like talking about the topography of various moons and planetoids and how life on there works and the little idiosyncrasies of the people that live there. And maybe this is more so for very fictionalized worlds that purely spring from the author's mind, which I think is you run into a little more in fantasy because there's less focus on like the mechanics of how things work. But like, just give me a character I can get behind. I don't care about like the unique dynamics of your 15 different empires or whatever. And I don't know. Maybe, again, this is the contrarian muscle in me where it's like, I haven't yet read the Brandon Sanderson novels. I think I'll really like them. I would like to read them one day. But there's also like a bit of maybe churning in the content mill about like magic systems and how to make like, I'm devising 16 different magic systems for my first book and my multi-universe spanning. And I'm like, oh, okay, but who wants something? Who are you following?
I'll say this. The first Stormlight book, which is the only Stormlight book I've read all of, character's pretty good.
Oh, I've listened to some of the audiobook.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm liking it. But yeah, give me characters.
Characters are extremely important.
Yeah.
It's why we care.
This is also influenced by the fact that we've been reading a lot of like children's books where a lot of the extent of the world building is like, we can't get too crazy.
Yeah.
There's a forest and there's mice living in it.
And sometimes they do things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a unelected democracy.
That's my kind of world building.
Those are my hot
as a
takes.
writer.
Nice.
Were those sufficiently spicy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I could see the skepticism in both of your eyes, so I think those are sufficiently spicy.
You bring up some interesting points, Michael.
And now
Wow, what a backhanded compliment.
we
I will
eject
say-
you from the podcast.
I will say all those hot takes are reheated in the microwave. So, like, they're hot, but they'll cool very quickly.
Oh, but
I'm not dying.
the bowl is way hotter than the food. How did that happen?
I'm not dying on any of these hills. Do not hold me to anything I said.
That's so fair.
But I hope I fulfilled your question.
Yeah. I think my hot takes might be disappointing because I don't really have media hot takes that I could think of. So all of mine are random things about life. The first thing is I think pizza delivery is too expensive.
Now, I don't think that's very hot, Victoria. I think that's pretty lukewarm, even. I don't think you'll find anyone out there that's like, I should be paying more for my delivery.
No, okay. It's just pizza specifically. Like, I understand that other food delivery is expensive for a reason, but there's no reason why pizza delivery needs to be that expensive. It's just because several times in college, my friends and I would try to order like 2 or 3 pizzas, and they would always be like cold when they got there, and they would get the order wrong, and it would cost like $50.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, why am I paying so much? Because it's like we're splitting the pizza. It was like more than $50. It was because I would eat like 2 or 3 slices, and then I would pay like $25.
Can I piggyback off that? A recent gripe I had?
Yeah.
I went to a fast food place and I ordered a breakfast sandwich with no egg. Guess what they gave me?
Only an egg.
Egg. Someone looked at that ticket and went, actually,
Oh, was it only egg?
it was an egg. I opened up and I was like, what is this? This is all I didn't want.
That's really funny. That reminds me, there's a really iconic post on Tumblr where someone made a pizza order and they
Left
asked
beef.
for left beef.
Left beef. I love left beef.
What?
It was
Left beef?
None pizza left beef.
None pizza left beef?
Imagine a pizza,
Okay.
nothing on it.
All right.
There's beef on the left.
It's basically one of those things where it's like when you're ordering online, you can just like say you don't want anything.
Yeah, I did see that. Like, what do they do? Here's the box.
Anyways, it's fine. I personally am not a big fan of ordering food delivery, but I understand why people do it and why it is important for accessibility. However, my line is at ordering pizza. If anyone wants to order pizza, I will pick it up for you. I don't want to order it. Okay, that's my hot take. Okay, my second hot take is headlights nowadays are too bright.
Yes.
Yes.
They are.
Oh my
Especially
God.
Why am I
Teslas.
blinded constantly when I'm driving?
It's LED lights.
For a while, I thought I was going crazy. Like, I thought my eyes were bad.
I
No.
know. Right? Well, I think there's actually been a study about this that says, like, no one needs these and they are worse.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
are worse.
It makes driving more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I'll get blinded and then I can't see anything
We need
around
legislation
me.
about this.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be a law about like a maximum lumens or
Yeah.
whatever, and like angle of headlight.
Yeah, especially when you're driving and then like if the car behind you like sort of hits a bump, then you'll suddenly get like
Flashbang.
Yeah, in your rear view or whatever.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's really bad. It makes driving at night really unlikable for me now.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
really avoid having to drive at night. But like usually, unfortunately, when I'm driving home at night, it's like from LA. So it's like a long drive because I'm like coming home from like visiting a friend or an event or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, my eyes are so tired. Perhaps this isn't a hot take, but this is my way of putting it out there
Yeah.
into the world that we got to do something about this, okay?
I have my nice weak orange headlights that barely illuminate a foot in front of me, and I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, like, I think before it used to be like every so often I'd encounter a car that had super bright lights and I'd be like, oh gosh. But nowadays it's like constantly
Yeah.
when I'm driving anywhere,
It's awful.
there's always going to be bright lights.
It's because LEDs are so affordable now.
Yeah. Okay. My last, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I remember that when I posited this question to friends, it was very divisive. So I thought it'd be
Ooh,
fun.
Okay.
Do you guys microwave your pie? Do you prefer hot pie or cold pie?
My brain went, have I pie? Microwave?
I honestly don't eat a lot of pie.
Here's my hot take. Pie's better cold.
Okay, see, I think pie is better hot.
Boo! Get out of here.
Hmm.
I don't like cold pie. If it's like key lime pie or like chocolate pie, then I'm like, okay, that's cold pie.
Well, if you microwave the chocolate pie, you get soup.
But like apple pie, pumpkin pie, peach pie, all of the like fruit pies, I think they're all better hot with ice cream.
Oh,
I
here's the
like
thing.
that. A strawberry pie I can do cold. An apple pie I would want warm and with ice cream.
I like cold, fruity things.
Yeah.
And I'd honestly skip the ice cream.
But like I don't even need the ice cream, but I love a hot pie.
Mm.
It's just comforting.
If it's a meat pie,
This
that's
is my
gotta be hot.
truly only one hot take.
The others are like, I could give her, I could give her take those hot takes.
No, the others are like, I think everyone generally is like, yeah, don't blind people when they're driving.
For me, it's like, I don't like super dense food. So if I'm having an ice cream cake, I'm skipping the cake. But if I'm having ice cream on pie, I'm skipping the ice cream.
I am not a huge pie person, but when I do have it, I need it to be hot. And it is divisive even within my family, but I think it's insane that some people take the apple pie out of the fridge and they eat it like that.
Delicious.
I shouldn't say I think it's insane.
No, I'm insane, Victoria. You've called me out. I'm like the Joker.
think it doesn't taste as good. Okay,
Interesting.
I will not die on this hill,
Wait,
but don't make me eat cold pie.
wait. Would you microwave your tea?
When it gets cold.
Yeah.
I don't microwave it. I usually add more hot water.
But
See,
if
that
you
would
I don't like
dilute it.
microwaved water. I don't like the taste of microwaved water.
Have you
That's
ever
fair.
microwaved milk?
Yeah.
Okay. I could maybe microwave tea. Or like coffee.
You ever microwaved a fork?
No, I'll have to try. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have one more life hot take.
Ooh.
Okay.
There was, I thought I saw a number of years ago maybe, this like proof that says that cables or wires that you like put somewhere or like lay down somewhere or like put in a bag will, no matter how you arrange them, spontaneously tangle.
Oh, yeah.
That will either turn me into a full-on like Jack London, like naturalism, we live in an uncaring universe, if that's like a mathematical principle of this reality, or it will convince me that like somewhere way back we pissed off some Mesopotamian deity and it like cursed us like, you're not gonna feel this now. But in a few thousand years, when everybody's using wires, this mathematical principle is gonna ruin you. And I'm like, I can't.
Can I pitch?
Yes.
I think if you have a wire, imagine a big long spaghetti, and you very carefully lower it one end to the other into a bag, and then you reach into the bag and remove it, grasp the end again, and very carefully lift it up, it won't tangle. But we don't do that. We drop the wire into the bag where it lands, and then when we pick the wire back up, we just kind of grab the whole thing and lift. And in that action alone, that's all it needs to tangle.
Counterpoint, I have been much more careful than that, and it's always failed me.
Well, I guess we've been cursed, folks.
Well, I was going to say,
Wait,
like,
what's the hot take there?
The hot take is it shouldn't be like that. That should not be a natural principle. Think of all the things happening, the orbital dynamics, the theories of relativity and quantum mechanics that we can't pair together, and yet there's some fundamental principle. Why? It shouldn't be like that.
and this is how Michael sets off on a quest to find the god in charge of the tangled wires.
A really specific god. Very specific
It
job.
could have been any of them. Nobody has a domain about wires. It could just be any ancient, Bronze Age deity that's just
Athena.
like,
Because she's the god of weaving.
you know,
So it's her fault. It's her domain.
it's her. Yeah.
She's really dropped the ball. The ball of yarn. Hey.
Hey.
Please don't kill me, Athena.
I was like, and this is how we get smited from the earth.
Athena won't smite me. She'll just stab me with her big sword.
Or show
spear.
you that
She's a spear.
Spear.
she also has the Aegis, so she could just make you scaled.
Yeah.
So yeah, my hot take is it shouldn't be like that. We should be able to put our headphones in a nice bag, neatly arranged, and when we take them out on a plane flight, we don't have to try and untangle them.
How many questions do we have left?
A lot.
Uh-oh. Okay. Rapid fire. Here we go.
Okay, well, the next couple are a little bit faster. Anna MJ1. What are the chances of more Haikyuu episodes in the future?
Hi. Next
Cue.
question.
Weird Froggy asked, are you
Nice.
going to do an episode on the new Toy Story 5?
We haven't done any other Toy Stories, so probably not until we get to the other 4 Toy Stories, if we ever do that.
Did we ever do Toy Story?
No.
Nope. I'm not particularly nostalgic for Toy Story.
Not
Yeah,
really me either.
I think I watched it for the first time in college.
Same.
Yeah. We talked about it in a class.
Nice.
Hooray.
It's pretty good.
It's a really good movie.
Makes me
and it
want
holds
pizza.
up. Just
It
not
makes you
super
want to
nostalgic for
torture
it.
some small sentient toys.
Oh, God. Grace Loon asked, was the new Avatar movie leak justified? Have any of y'all watched it? Thoughts without spoilers, if so? This was recorded right before Paramount announced that they were moving up the release date to July. Go figure. So we actually have seen the movie now. We're still including this question since our thoughts on the leak are still applicable, but just keep that in mind. And I'm thinking about sharing my thoughts at least in our next newsletter, so keep an eye out for that.
Nope, not watched it. Justified? What do you mean justified?
Wait, Avatar.
The movie leaked.
What
The whole movie.
Oh, did you not hear about this?
What are we talking about?
So there's a new Avatar, The Last Airbender movie.
Oh, okay.
James Cameron's Avatar.
I could have been.
There's a new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. It's supposed to come out in October.
Wait, is this the live
No,
action?
it's not the live action. It's an animated movie about the gang when they're older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it leaked.
It leaked.
Because,
The whole thing leaked.
Yeah, the
Okay.
whole thing leaked because they got hacked. And it was also because, like, Paramount was like, we're not going to release this in theaters. They've done, like, no promotion for this movie.
Oh.
I mean, you didn't barely even know about it. So,
I was aware, but
yeah. And so a lot of people have watched it. I have not watched it, and I understand why people are upset because I was also upset that, like, they're not showing it in theaters because that would have been so fun to, like, go to theaters with all your friends and be nostalgic about this movie. But I still don't think the leak was justified because now it kills all the momentum that this movie could potentially have. But people have also been like, well, like, basically, like, the movie getting leaked was, like, them doing all the marketing for the movie that Paramount wasn't going to do.
I'm a touch confused on the question. What would what
Basically-
justification is there for?
The idea is that because Paramount isn't promoting the movie or putting it in theaters, the leak is justified because Paramount's not treating it right, and so the people deserve it for free. The alternative is that even though Paramount's not promoting it or putting it in theaters, the movie still deserves to have a proper release, and so maybe it does well and we get sequels.
Number 2 would be my opinion.
Mainly, I've seen a lot of artists who worked on the movie express disappointment in the leak because it getting leaked means that, like, it's going to affect how well the movie does ultimately. And also, it's getting all of this buzz right now, but none of the artists can talk about it.
Yeah.
They can't use that momentum to help their own careers. Like, it's hard being an animator right now in the industry already. And so with the leak happening, everyone's like super excited about the character designs and blah, 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 blah. And none of the people who actually worked on it can say anything about that.
Yeah.
And so it does negatively impact the artists, even though they've been paid and they've made the movie and, like, nothing can take that away. But yeah, it is a bummer. And I'm sure it would have been a lot more fun for them to get to, like, engage with the fans while the movie is officially released
Yeah.
and get to have that back and forth feedback.
The idea that a movie with no marketing released on streaming couldn't still succeed is a little less believable now that K-pop Demon Hunters is out there.
That's true.
It also got no marketing and it released on streaming with no theatrical release, and it did gangbusters. So,
Yeah. We'll
Like-
never know.
yeah, we'll never know now. So it sort of ruined that shot it had.
I do think there's also, like, a huge difference between, like, leaking the movie, like, months before it releases versus, like, the movie's out everywhere
Yeah.
and you can watch it, you can pay for it, or you can not pay for it.
Yeah.
But the difference is everyone is free to talk about it. And so no one is, like, losing out on, like, the process, you know?
Yeah.
If you can't afford to pay for Paramount Plus, I get it. Honestly, I was like, I want to just get a bunch of friends together so we just pay for one subscription and watch it because it's so expensive nowadays.
God, Avatar had 3 really good seasons, and then they've just been getting just nice dumped on constantly. Like Korra, that whole thing was a mess, like
Yeah.
releasing that. And then, like, the Avatar live action movie was bad. The current live action, that's a whole mess too. The creator's leaving, and now the movie, like they just can't catch a break. Like the series can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Hey, but the tabletop Kickstarter did well, so
Yeah.
There's
And I'm actually really excited for the new Avatar fighting game.
Yeah, that
Because
looks
that
so cool.
looks so fun, and you can just tell that the creators are such huge fans because of the amount of detail and
All the
care
references,
they've
yeah.
put into designing every single character and their move sets and everything.
You can play a 200-year-old woman who's just destroying a bunch of children.
It's pretty great. Next question is from Lon Debut, which is my friend Lon. Hello, Lon.
Hi,
Thanks for
Lon.
listening. Which children's scary story were you most afraid of as a kid?
Oh, the Oompa Loompas from the original Willy Wonka factory movie.
Children's scary story.
Oompa Loompa, doopity doop. We put children into soup.
You know what I think of? I think of being in like, I don't know, 3rd grade, and when Halloween would roll around, the teacher would bust out some of those, like, I don't know if they were Goosebumps or not, but just like scary stories. And
Scary
like,
stories to read in the dark.
something like
you ever have
that.
those?
Maybe. I don't know where they came from. The teacher was just like, all right, I'm going to read you all scary stories. And we were like, oh. And I think I remember one, like, oh, legend tells of like an old woman with long nails that like, you know, you got to be home before 9 or something, or she'll get you. And it was this story of someone trying to get home, like, she'll carve off all your skin with her long nails. And like, person going home and hearing like this clicking behind them, and they would stop, and the clicking would stop.
I don't like that.
And then running. And then like the next morning they found the shredded skin of the child. So that made me go, whoa. And to this day, sometimes when I get home really late, I think of it. And I like pause outside my car and listen. Like,
wow.
I'm not hearing any clicking, am I?
That scared me more than...
So that probably. I don't know where it's from.
I can't think of any scary stories off the top of my head. I think I actively avoided them as a kid. Oh, I do have a funny story. I remember as a kid, my dad was watching one of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I walked in while he was watching I don't even remember what scene it was. I just remember it scared me really bad.
Well, there's like some scary imagery in those.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was like one of like the monster fights or anything.
You just saw Gollum.
I think I just saw like
Big pair of
some
hobbit
like,
feet.
I don't know, like for some reason my brain is like, it was like Aragorn mid-battle or something. And that like freaked me out. And then that was like my main memory of Lord of the Rings as a kid. And then later I like loved the series. So it's just funny to think back on.
I once watched the first few minutes of Scream with a bunch of friends. And the idea that like someone could be in your backyard and just sort of like hunting you was like, oh, I have a backyard.
Yeah.
I don't like that story Michael told though.
Spooky, scary.
Next question from Dina Sonrisa. What's something nostalgic / from childhood that when you think back to it feels like a fever dream?
Oompa.
Okay, so I actually have like an answer for this, which is when I watched WALL-E for the first time, I genuinely had a fever dream after it.
Oh.
I don't know what to call this. I always called it like hallucination dreams when I was young. Sometimes when I don't sleep well and I'm sort of like on the edge of like awake and not awake, I'm very aware of like time passing, I guess. And it causes my brain to like make a lot of like weird shapes in my vision. And then like, I don't know.
Do you ever hear music?
I don't hear music, but I'll like feel like weird textures and like.
Ooh, sometimes when I was a kid, I would have this like vivid image of like almost like a kaleidoscope with shapes coming towards me, but they'd be sharp.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
it's like the sharp shapes. Ouch. I have to make them
similar
smooth.
to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you wake up and you're like, what, huh?
Yeah,
What's your
so-
sleep paralysis demon? Shapes!
Ouch.
So
ouch.
after I watched WALL-E, I had that, but also with the added layer of like I was in space
Ooh,
because I
that's
had
not
just
fun.
watched WALL-E.
Oh, gosh.
And so I was just like in like space and there were like crazy shapes and like hallucinations happening. And I was like, ah!
Mhm.
I haven't watched WALL-E since.
A literal fever dream. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. One time I fell out of a tree and I had to get helicoptered to the hospital.
Helicopter
What?
to a hospital?
Is that a fever dream?
That sounds
You
like a
could have had
real
one
thing
during
that
it, but
happened.
like,
I was upset because I was strapped to a gurney, so I couldn't sit up and look out the window of the helicopter. Yeah.
That's fair.
That's a very kid thing.
I'm fine now.
Wow.
I had a wheelchair for a few days. That was pretty cool.
Wow, that's something else. This is one of the, this is one of those ones where it's like, it could have been a dream, but like my memory of it is, so like my grandfather, my mom's dad, passed away when I was only like 2 years old. And to this day, I think there's like some memory that I have, at least I thought it was a memory, could have happened when I was like 3 or 4 or something. Like that's how old I kind of am in my mind. It would have been a long time ago, but I thought I could remember like being at my grandparents' house, like maybe a year after he passed, a year or two or something, and seeing him.
Ooh.
And then him just sort of being like, just standing there, just kind of pleasant, just kind of like he's there. And then walking into the other room and me crawling after him. And then when I turned the corner, he was gone.
Whoa.
Now, I don't know if that was like me being a small child with an imagination, me being me and having a dream that then got sort of like looped into the memory circuit and misfiled in the archives, or if I had an experience as a young child.
I think all answers are neat in their own way.
Yeah.
Your grandpa comes back, baby. Oh, I have a nostalgic media fever dream.
Yeah.
When I went to Korea to visit some relatives for the first time, for some reason they were playing for a week straight on loop the Digimon movie.
Oh.
So I watched the Digimon movie probably like 10 times in like bits and pieces.
That would feel like a fever dream.
It was certainly a fever dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't, for the life of me, don't know the plot of that movie. But oh boy, can I tell you about some of that movie. There's like a big creepy digital monster like on top of a giant American flag in the digital world going like, yeah. I don't know. That's the image I got.
Fascinating.
Sounds like reality.
Okay, next question is also from Luke Amberly. What's the worst animal to be ratatouille'd by?
Elephant.
Elephant? Well,
okay, no, we have
if you
to think of like,
it
still has to be small enough to be on your head.
Well,
Small
no.
elephant.
No. The query was animal.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. You could be ratatouille'd without it, like, sitting on top of you and riding you around. It could be puppeting you, I think.
Oh, God.
Now, the thing is, elephants, you see those videos where they take their trunks and they just sort of, like, nuzzle a person's, like, face or whatever. So if an elephant just kind of, like, snuffled your head with its trunk...
That would be pretty... That'd be pretty...
Elephants are very smart. They're playful, and they have strong family ties. I actually wouldn't mind
I
being
feel
an
like it'd be
elephant.
okay if it was an elephant.
Yeah.
But if we pick an animal that's just a real bastard, that's just a real scoundrel, it would suck. It would suck to be ratatouille'd by a honey badger. Because then you would be fighting everything you see to the death.
Yeah, that honey badger would be like the perfect opportunity.
Honey badger would see a large shape go by and be like, kill it! And it's a pickup truck. Like, what are you going to do?
It would just treat you like a mech.
Yeah.
Like, I can burn this thing dry.
Ooh.
Honestly, any animal that's up there, it's going to poop on my head, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, I was just thinking, like, if it was, like, some big predator animal, then I would just be terrified the entire time that, like, I'm just going to be eaten at any second. So that wouldn't be great.
I'm thinking of, like, really hard logistically, like a Nile crocodile.
That would be rough.
Like, how would it? And however it would do it would probably be deeply uncomfortable for both of you.
You know what would happen, though, is if it figured it out, it would be like, all right, let's get some food. And then you would bite down on whatever you're eating, and then it would just try to spin you to do the crocodile death roll.
Yeah.
And so you just be on the ground spinning with a hamburger in your mouth.
Oh, God. I could also see, like, if it was, like, a really tiny creature that could control me without anyone knowing I was being controlled, that would also suck. Because then people would just be like, what's up with Victoria?
Like a flea.
Yeah.
And then you just start of biting people.
Yeah.
Or does the flea just use you to, like, get close to optimal, like,
Yeah.
the flea just puppets your head into another person's head?
This is like being an Animorph, but so much worse because you're not actually transforming.
Yeah.
You're just losing control of your body.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Now that makes me think of, like a full colony of lice.
Oh, no. Okay, we got to stop this conversation. I hate it so much.
Elephant.
Yeah. Final answer. Luke also asked, what sport needs the high Q treatment?
Well, see, you've tempted me now to think of something deeply absurd. There is a very local sport somewhere in Eastern Europe. There's a country. It's called Ball. I know this because when I had a very, 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 very short stint being an extra through Central Casting, I had to play a Ball player for a Netflix series that I believe is perhaps one of the lowest rated Netflix series.
Wait, what is this series?
You'll have to find it.
No.
Yeah, I had to be an extra, and I had to be like a Cracked Ball player. They were redesigning a very real how to play Cracked Ball video that exists on YouTube. It's a funny little sport, and I think it would be an incredible show if you gave it the high-Q treatment. But in terms of more reasonable sports, what do we have? Because there are sports anime for all kinds of like mainline sports, right?
I have a real answer, and then I have like an answer that stretches the definition of sport.
Okay.
This is pretty close to volleyball, but it's sepak takraw, which is volleyball with just your feet.
Oh.
Have you seen those videos of people doing like crazy flips and like jumping 9 feet in the air and like kicking the ball down onto the side?
We gotta cover Shaolin soccer.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. It's like almost a sport, but LARP I think would be fun.
That would be wow.
There's a lot of like martial sports that are rapidly gaining popularity that range from like foam weapons to like full plate armor. And I think something in that realm would be really fun.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I like that. I have a really literal answer to this question, which is that my favorite sports manga of all time is a soccer manga called Whistle. And they did have like one season of an anime adaptation, but it wasn't great. Like the animation quality was not the best. And I just think if they had the same animation treatment as Haikyuu, it would be a huge hit. The manga is complete. The characters are really great. It's got a similar like underdog story as Haikyuu.
Maybe once they're done adapting Haikyuu, they'll adapt Whistle and they'll also peter out halfway through.
I want us to talk about Whistle so bad, but there's no way we can.
We can read some manga.
Too long.
Too long?
Yeah.
Too long. Dang.
Maybe I'll figure out a way to do it one day. It is one of those series where you have to get to the end to be able to talk about, to fully appreciate it.
Other option is the sport with the least amount of movement, which is chess. I think a Haikyuu with chess would be
there is a
so...
chess anime.
But a Haikyuu with chess, where you have like a really loud, really brash, high energy with like a significant disadvantage of chess. Like, I don't know. I can't recognize the difference between pieces. But if I just play with an enthusiasm, I'll win. I don't know.
I'm just picturing movements akin to, I'll take a potato chip and eat it, like that, just moving pieces. I'll take this pawn and en passé.
Oh my
En
God,
passant? Whatever.
he's late to the match. This will induce a severe psychological detriment to his opponent. Does he even care?
You know, they kind of had that with the Queen's Gambit.
Oh, dang, the Queen's Gambit already exists. What about checkers?
Wow, I would love that.
Even worse.
Wow.
I give it with checkers.
Oh my gosh.
They could go really ham if they did go.
That would be great. Katrina LaRoe asked, what crossover would y'all want to see of the media you've covered so far?
Oh,
Gosh, that's a hard one. Let's think of rodent media.
ooh, crossover between rodent media.
Okay, well, crossover in general, I do think that City of Ember and Gregor the Overlander would be...
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you did Redwall and Geronimo Stilton.
Geronimo would be so upset.
Well, because they like uncover a continent
Oh, but
and
the
it's
food
like...
is so good.
Oh, but the food is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think Redwall will be really disappointed in Geronimo Stilton's food. There's too much dairy, too much cheese.
Yeah. I mean, Haikyuu, but with rodents.
Yeah.
That's not really a crossover. Geronimo Stilton version of Haikyuu. That would be awesome.
Oh my gosh. that is just Haikyuu with rodents.
That's just Haikyuu with rodents.
Ratatouille with Haikyuu. Just teams of...
Ratatouille with Redwall?
Ooh. Warrior Cats and Percy Jackson, where it's just Percy Jackson, but they're all cats. But they're not anthropomorphic. They're cats.
They're cats.
And
And
so
they're children
I think
of
that's
God?
just Percy Jackson with cats, the same way that the other one is Haikyuu with rodents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Yeah, might as
Can you
well.
imagine a bunch of cats are going around, like, shooting lightning at each other?
That'd be pretty...
great.
Are all the gods still cats? Is this just a cat world?
No. This is human world.
Human world, but with cats.
So
Yes.
the gods are the gods.
Yes.
And then
And the cats are the
are
cats.
Zeus has sex with a swan.
No,
and
that's
makes
true.
a person.
No. Zeus is the swan.
Zeus is the swan. Minotaur. This is possible, is what I'm saying.
No, I'm not debating the possibility. I'm just trying to imagine just like structurally what this is like.
It's exactly like Percy Jackson.
Okay.
But the cats.
Okay.
It's doable.
Doesn't
Warrior
need to be
cats
good.
does exist, and there is magic, as you tell me later
Yeah.
on. So it can function.
Now I was just imagining Avatar: The Last Airbender, but they're cats or rodents.
That'd be pretty good.
I love the idea of like a little rat being like earthbending. Okay, so the next section is like a combination of the last two sections where it's like sort of about media, but also just more personal than like, are we covering this thing? Katrina LaRoe really wants to hear our Hear Me Out lists, which we were all like, do we really have?
Here's the trouble, right? Is like maybe if you caught me a number of years ago, I'd have a little more spicier takes where it's like, oh, here's like a definitely toxic character, but I think I can fix them. Nowadays, I look at like characters that are intended to be the romantic like pairing, and I'm like, oh, this person's really toxic. But it works because it's narrative, right?
Yeah.
We're so old and boring.
So like, my Hear Me Out list is like, Galadriel. Like I was.
Whoa, Michael! No one would think Galadriel's at all attractive.
Well,
She's an elf.
well, she's got a lot going on.
She's
you
a
know?
magical
Yeah.
floating elf of eternal beauty. How could you think that?
I'm watching Fellowship, and there's that guy standing next to her. I'm like, who is he? Is that her BF or her
What
boy
guy?
toy or husband?
There's a random guy who goes, but where is Gandalf? I much desire to speak with him.
Yeah. Who is he, and why can I not be him? But no, like real Hear Me Out list, the spiciest one I can give you, aside from being like boring and being like, well, here's all these other characters. Spirit's mom, and Spirit's girlfriend.
Wow! Wow! Everyone in the whole area.
You can't tell me, looking at those horses, that they didn't put a lot of thought. We talk about it in the episode.
It's true.
I mean,
It's
I
true.
did say that Rain is a very pretty horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it's Spirit and Spirit's mom and Spirit's ring. I have one.
Okay.
Isotope RX mouth declick.
Wow, that's a good one.
All of the Isotope suite,
Yeah.
all of the Isotope noise reduction suite.
I have my favorites. I prefer voice denoise to even the regular denoise.
No,
No,
yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Voice denoise, mouth declick.
Sometimes decrackle. That saved me a few times.
Sometimes.
Debleed sometimes. Deplosive, absolutely.
Spectral repair.
It's just
come in
spectral
handy.
Spectral
repair.
repair, yeah.
Spectral repair.
I've done-
Ever since I learned what spectral repair was, that would like change my life.
It's, oh my
This
gosh.
is not entertaining for anyone who is not into audio.
Recently, I've just been like, instead of even like highlight spectral repair, I've just been highlight press X to cut, and it works.
Yeah.
Is this good content? Do you guys like this?
Yeah, no, suddenly I'm like, the whole world has opened up because now we're talking about like audio editing tools.
You got me into this mindset by saying a foggy day was your hear me out.
Yeah, mist. No, early morning overcast. That's a good hear me out.
Sunny daytime thunderstorm.
Ooh.
Sunny day. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely so.
Late night thunderstorms when you're trying to sleep. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. I
Those
was
are
thinking
nice.
about like cozying up with like a book and a blanket, some tea.
My
That
wall.
for me, that's like a snowy day.
Thunderstorms, like my wall sometimes leaks.
Oh no.
So I have
Oh.
to put out some towels to make it. So late night thunderstorms make me go like, I don't know if something's breaking.
That's fair.
That's fair.
But you know what? I can fix it. I can fix the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
So that's a good hear me out.
Hear me out. A cold pie.
I'm leaving. Okay, my hear me out list is not really like characters I want to date. Is that the idea of a hear me out list?
Yeah.
These
More
are
than
just
date.
like I kind of like their vibe,
A little more.
and I can't exactly always explain why.
Mm.
First is Guido from Cars.
No, I get it.
He's the pit stop guy.
Yeah, he's great.
That scene where he does the really fast pit stop
Yeah.
lives rent free in my head.
But you're really correct though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Beat
Yeah.
He's so efficient, and he doesn't care about other people's criticism, and I love that.
He's great.
Honestly, perfect take.
Yeah. My second one is Miss Mullins from School of Rock.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a hear me out, but shout out to Miss Mullins. And then my last one is no one will understand this unless you've read The Locked Tomb, which is Cytherea the First from Gideon the Ninth.
Oh, I haven't read it.
She's
so-
a little insane,
No one.
but she's also kind of valid.
There's only 4 characters in that entire series that are okay. Mom and dad, cool
Mom and Dad.
cool knife woman, and boy who's also there, and he does books, and he's smart.
Oh, mom and dad. I thought you were talking about like Harrow's mom and dad. I was like,
No.
what's going on?
Not an actual mom and dad. The character's mom and dad.
Yeah.
And then cool sword woman, and then her smart boy. I don't remember their names.
Camilla and Palamedes.
Yeah. I read this book.
This means nothing to Michael.
No, it doesn't. I'm somewhere else right now. I'm thinking of Maleficent's deeply petty in the OG canon, but she is a good hear me out, I think.
Joe is cool, really asked, what series do you all wish to tackle in the future? What's your dream episode you want to do? Again, my dream episode is Whistle, the manga series.
I mean, we're going to be doing Fellowship soon.
Yes.
And while I am daunted to consume the book, I am excited to talk about it.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings has definitely been a dream series for a bit, but the books are so long, so it's intimidating. But that was our one long book of the season.
I think I already had mine, which is the Chronicles of Prydain.
Yeah,
That's pretty
and they
good.
were really good.
Yeah. I feel like luckily we've been able to cover a lot of really great stuff.
Yeah.
Which leads into the next question from Anna MJ1. What is a new favorite piece of media you have discovered by doing this podcast? Mine is the Bartimaeus sequence.
I'll second that one. Also the Chronicles
Also
of
the
Prydain.
Penderwicks and
Penderwicks.
Prydain.
Prydain is really good. I really like Prydain and Bartimaeus.
I'll probably have to say Penderwicks because those really grabbed me.
Next question by Caitlin Milodsk. Sorry, Caitlin. I know you comment on our stuff a lot, and I never know how to say your username, but shout out to you. If you had to pick one hero rodent from a movie/book you've covered, who would you pick?
To like
As like a favorite?
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Nice.
I think mine is still... It's just got to be like OG Matthias from Redwall.
When he's like really small
Yeah.
and he can't fit in his cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just peak Mouse with Sword. Also Remy from Ratatouille. Those are my two.
I mean, Rip Red's great.
Rip Red is great.
There's a reason
He won
a
our
gauntlet.
bracket.
Yeah.
Rip Red is great. Really like Rip Red. Really like Mrs. Frisbee.
Next question from Bean Smithereen. What's one thing you like about doing this podcast and one thing you don't like about it? I like getting to talk to my friends about stuff that I've read because, as I've stated before, it is frustrating if I have no one to talk to about something I've read.
It's not, especially since we're all working in separate places now. We still like reconnect and maintain contact and talk about things that we like. It's a good excuse to be adults that like do things and have a club where we talk about things that we like.
Yeah, this is essentially our book club.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a kid, I always wanted to be part of a book club, but somehow it just like never happened. Aside from like reading things that my friends were also reading, and then we just sort of talk about them. But it is nice to have like, I think I've gotten better at like reading things and like being analytical, but like not in like a super serious like school assignment type of way. So I've really enjoyed that.
The only thing I don't like about doing this show is, my co-host. No. Sometimes we have to run the streaming service gauntlet, and that's not fun. That's really annoying.
Trying to find stuff can be tough. Also, like wanting to cover something, but it's basically impossible to find because it's not in print anymore.
Yeah.
Which is something we've encountered. I mean, like Penderwicks is still in print, but is so difficult to find at the library.
Penderwicks
like it took a really long time.
Virals was hard.
I mean, we've had a listener write to us about how difficult the Secrets of Droon books are to find now.
Yeah.
And that is a bummer.
There have been people who have asked us to cover things in the past that we literally just couldn't get our hands on. Oftentimes, like more obscure children's books.
Yeah.
Or like books from other countries that we just don't have access to.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But the upside is doing the podcast. Downside is when we can't do the podcast. Okay, from Caitlin. If you were like Mia in Princess Diaries, could you become king or queen of a small country?
No.
But this does bring up, I also don't think I could, but this does bring up a good question, which is like, why haven't we covered Princess Diaries?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
No, absolutely not. I'd lose my mind.
The thing that I always think about with Princess Diaries is this is like the closest equivalent to like real life equivalent to just finding out that you're like the heir to a small country, which is Anne Hathaway going on set for like one of her earliest roles and her co-star is Julie Andrews,
Yeah.
I'd be like, what do you mean? That would freak me out. Similar to how her character freaks out about being a princess.
Yeah.
So-
And also Julie Andrews is there.
And also Julie Andrews is there.
Yeah, it sounds stressful. I mean, in realistic terms, you can only imagine it would be like we need some, like, due to these arcane rules, we need someone in this position to do all this, like, to do things for ceremonies and, like, public appearances and, like...
Yeah.
But, I mean, in Princess Diaries, it's basically just, as far as I can remember anyway, just an excuse to be like, look at this castle! Look at, wow!
Yeah.
It's so fun!
Yeah.
Which is more like, I don't know, coming into a small fortune or something.
I do like the idea of coming into a small fortune. That is appealing.
I don't know.
If I had to
think I
become
could do
king
it.
or queen of a small country in order to achieve that,
Like in a true monarchy, if I'm suddenly king, I am responsible for everything and it's up to me to like delegate, which sucks because I'm not from that country, presumably. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who's capable.
Yeah, you might get cooed.
I might get cooed immediately. Or I
Yeah.
might just hire a bunch of like incompetent people and then my country like falls into ruin. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah, I'd want to bail.
Yeah. Get me out of there.
Get me out of
I
there.
don't even speak the language.
What about you, Victoria?
no, I just, I like the idea of having money, but then I'm like, where did this money come from?
The people.
Questions. If I was like 1-to-1 becoming Mia from Princess Diaries and getting that whole experience, I think it could be fun, but I don't think I would want that forever.
Yeah.
I think it would just be a really stressful 3 months of talking to as many experts as I could and then setting up an electoral process and then bouncing.
We would be responsible monarchs.
And by leaving,
Yeah.
That's what you do. You act like you're very on board for the whole thing just to make that process as smooth as possible. And the moment you take power, you officially abdicate.
thank you for all these nice cookies and big crown. I'm going to give this back and I'm going to keep the cookies. I've only seen the Princess Diaries 2.
Oh, really? The one with Chris Pine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Christopher Pine.
I haven't seen the
Christopher
second
Pine.
one.
The best Chris.
Yeah.
Not a hot take.
Yeah. Okay. Final question, which I'm going to let Michael read.
Oh, dear. I think I know what this is. Oh, you know what? This question is specifically for Jino.
What?
Do you wear wigs?
Thank you so much for listening to Nostalgia Club.
Have you worn wigs?
You can find us on Instagram at Nostalgical Podcast if you want to ask us more questions or, follow us there to figure out what's going on.
When will you wear wigs?
We also have an email account at nostalgicalpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us suggestions and comments and notes and just say hi to us. You can also support us by liking and following us on your podcast platform of choice and rating us. It really helps us out. Am I actually doing the outro or do we have more to say? Is there
No,
more
that's
left?
This is just basically because when I put out the poll on Instagram, Michael also responded with joke questions. And I thought they were really funny. So I was like, we should do the will you wear wigs bit.
That was pretty good.
The answer is I have worn wigs.
I think I wore a wig once and I think it hurt, so I took it off.
That's fair. It is not the most comfortable
No,
experience.
it was like pinching my hair and like pulling it
Yeah.
out. Hey, we have a newsletter. If you want to hear updates about us or nostalgic media in general, go to Patreon, MouseKnight Studios, and you can subscribe for free. You don't have to pay us a dime, and we'll get you that newsletter last Friday of every month. And if you want to pay us a dime, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for all these super fun questions. I had so much fun just reading them when they came in.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And we
So-
didn't have to do any homework.
Yeah.
Victoria had to collate all of the information.
But it was very easy for me. Yeah, so keep the questions coming if you have more, but we'll also, next time we do another Q&A, we'll put out another thing on our stories to ask for questions to be submitted.
And until next time, hear me out. The Foreman Orc from the Fellowship of the Ring. My lord, there aren't enough resources to create all these weapons.
That is a tough hear me out.
But he's so
The forest of Fangor lies on the doorstep.
he's really thinking about his workers. He's really thinking about the logistics.
That's true. You're right.
He's advocating for his people and he's talking to the higher ups to try to find a solution.
Yeah.
And he's really excited to burn the forest of Fangor.
He really is.
I learned new things today.
Hear me out, Shelob.
Thanks for the questions.